Very good afternoon. This is Lunchtime News on MTV Sports. I'm Punchani Edrisingha. In your headlines this afternoon, Sri Lanka's High Commissioner to Britain appointed to the Commonwealth Advisory Panel of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Trust. A body discovered in Bambalapitiya with stab wounds. Hubble telescope provides information as to when precisely our Milky Way galaxy will crash. Taking a look at the stories in detail now, President Mahinda Rajapaksa, who is on an official 4-day visit to Thailand, visited the Grand Palace yesterday.
The historic Grand Palace is located in the capital Bangkok. Built in 1782, it has been the home of the Thai king for 150 years. The Grand Palace once housed the Thai War Ministry, state departments and even the mint.
Sri Lanka's High Commissioner in Britain, Chris Nonis, has been appointed to the Commonwealth Advisory Panel of the Queen's Diamond Jubilee Trust. A communique issued by the High Commission states that 5 High Commissioners from the 54 Commonwealth countries have been included in this trust. Former British Prime Minister Sir John Major is the chairman of the Board of Trustees. The communique added that the Sri Lankan High Commissioner is considering the appointment as a privilege, as Sri Lanka will be hosting the Queen and all heads of government of the Commonwealth countries for a meeting in 2013. A body has been discovered down Lawrence Road near the Hindu College in Bambalapitiya. The police stated that the discovery was made following a tip-off. The police added that a number of stab wounds were evident on the victim's body. The victim has been identified as a 38-year-old resident of the East Kallaru area in Batiklo. The Bambalapitiya police are conducting further investigations into the incident. The fire which erupted in the Nilgala Forest Reserve in Bibila last night has been contained. The OIC of the Bibila police said that it is suspected that dry weather caused the fire. He stated that the fire was doused last night with the help of the police and area residents. Over 200 acres of land in the Nilgala Forest Reserve had been destroyed by the fire. The police went on to say that fire which erupt in Nilgala Forest Reserve during the dry season have become common, and a program is underway to create awareness among the public. A fire erupted on the 28th as well in the Nilgala Forest Reserve, which spreads across over 12,000 hectares. Ten persons have been injured in a bus accident in Lindula this morning.
Police said the accident took place when the bus that was travelling from Diagama to Colombo hit an earth embankment after going out of control. The accident occurred at about 4 this morning. The injured have been admitted to the Lindula hospital. The police said 2 persons who were in a serious condition had been transferred to the Nuwara hospital.
Meanwhile, an individual was killed in a motor accident on the Galen Bindurmala Kahatagas Digiliya road in the Alla area. Police stated that the accident has occurred at around 10:30 last night. The victim, who had been riding a motorbike, is a 24-year-old resident of Galen Bindurmala. The police further stated that the victim had succumbed to his injuries while being rushed to the Galen Bindurmala hospital. In other local news, the World Environment Day will be marked on the 5th of this month. This year's theme is Green Economy. Does it include you? In line with World Environment Day, a cycle race was held in Colombo today. The cycle race commenced opposite the Nelumpokana Mahinda Rajapaksa Theatre. Minister of Environment Anura Priyadarshana Yapa, Parliamentarian Namal Rajapaksa and a number of dignitaries were present at the occasion. The cycle race concluded opposite Royal College, Colombo. "36 Sri Lankans who had sought asylum in Britain have been deported to Sri Lanka. The group of deportees arrived in the island this morning. The Controller General of Immigration and Emigration, Chulananda Pereira, said that the group arrived in the island at around 7:45 this morning on a special flight from Britain. He further noted that steps have been taken to verify the identity of the deportees. The Controller General of Immigration and Emigration went on to say that once their identity is established, the group will be handed over to the National Intelligence Bureau. In more local news, the Railway Department says that a special train service will be in operation between Anuradhapura and Mihintale during the Poson season. This service will be free of charge. Issuing a release, the Railway Department says that the special train service will be in operation on the 3rd, 4th and 5th of this month. Thereby, devotees can travel between Anuradhapura and Mihintale without purchasing a ticket. Plans have been revealed to establish an information network to prevent wildlife crime in the South Asian region. Operations Director of the Wildlife Department, H.D. Ratnayaka, said that a special meeting will be held on the 3rd of this month to discuss this initiative. Representatives from 8 countries are expected to participate in the meeting. The Kurunegala Zonal Education Office has launched a special investigation in connection to a teacher who conducted private tuition classes during working hours. Kurunegala Zonal Education Director Sirimevan Podinilame said the teacher in question taught information technology in a leading school. The teacher had recorded his attendance in school and later engaged in teaching at a private tuition class in Kurunegala during working hours. The Kurunegala Zonal Education Director said investigations were launched into the teacher following a telephone call the police had received. Sirimevan Podinilame went on to say that a disciplinary inquiry is underway and according to its report, strict disciplinary action will be taken against the teacher in question. Express your views on the many murders that have taken place in the Kahawatha area by logging onto our website www.newsfirst.lk. News First will air some of your views on our primetime news bulletin at 9 tonight. You can also take part in an opinion poll on our website. Is enough being done to stem the crime wave? Voice your opinion by simply logging on to our award-winning website www.newsfirst.lk. In sports news, the first 2020 match between Sri Lanka and Pakistan will commence at the Mahinda Rajapaksa International Cricket Stadium in Suryawewa, Hambantota today. The match is scheduled to commence at 7 p.m. local time. Speaking to Sports First, National Curator of Sri Lanka Cricket, Anuruddha Polonovita, expressed these views.
The weather is quite good today. There is a strong breeze blowing across the ground. I think because it is an evening start, there won't be any interruptions to the match. Both teams had their practice sessions yesterday and the day before. We are expecting a large crowd. All preparations have been made for the match. I hope the spectators will be able to witness a good match.
And that's all we have for you from Lunchtime News today. If you missed out on any of our stories, do log on to our website www.newsfirst.lk. Thank you for joining us. Take care.